Evening, habari ya jioni, Miguda na Makubura.
Good evening. How are you doing? The two of you, I hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing good over here.
Okay, thank you so much. Miguda, habari gani? Ni kama anipati. Miguda, habari gani?
Niko salama, unanisikia?
Nakupata.
Okay, I'm doing good. I'm very much okay.
Uko na shida na mtandao baba?
I'm not yet in the studio. Are you? It's like
kindly log out and try to come back, then we can see what is the problem, because like we cannot hear you well, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can you get us? There's something with the Miguda. Let him try if he can log in. Maybe if he can log in, then we can get the solution. Makubura, how are you doing?
And I'm doing good. Mimi hapa niko shwari. Thank God.
Yeah.
Kama kawa Nairobi kuna njeve. Na ni njeve ambayo ni consistent.
Njeve ni baridi, si ndio?
Yeah, njeve it's a cold season over here. And it's a cold season that is consistent. It has gone for some months now.
Yeah.
Kama wewe si wale wamezoea the cold environment, it can really affect your health. That is one discovery that I'm getting, because it's been consistent.
Yeah.
I can't really say there's a consistent rain. There's no rain, but the environment is very cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sijui nasikianga kuna sijui summer, sijui winter, sijui nini. We are experiencing such periods in Africa as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Makubura. We are still waiting for Miguda because I think he has a problem with his net, but I hope he's fixing it. Let me take this opportunity to say hi to Gypsy Corner on the comment section. Hi, and I hope you're doing fine. Makubura, unajua kila siku huwa tunajaribu kuangalia mambo ya Kiswahili kidogo, na unajua kwa sababu we juzi tu ukapitia yale masomo ya Kiswahili, nani kwamba saizi Kiswahili chako kimekuwa, naweza sema hivyo. Sasa kuna jambo ambalo nili Kiswahili fulani hapa inasema, kilio cha samaki hakina machozi, machozi yanakwenda na maji.
Kilio cha samaki kina machozi, machozi yanaenda na maji.
Kilio cha samaki hakina machozi. Machozi ya kwenda na maji. Hapo ndio nasema hivyo. Kilio cha maji hakina machozi. Miguda, habari gani? Miguda. Kinakaa Miguda ako na shida kidogo. Miguda, habari gani? Okay, Makubura, unaweza endelea labda ukitoa tafsiri.
Okay, I'll just give my thinking on the same. Kilio cha samaki Lakini ni kama maji yanaenda na. I think it simply means that sometimes you can get to an environment where you are used to suffering to an extent that when you suffer, the people around you might not really know what you're going through. You might be facing serious, difficult things. But it could be that you've mastered a way of dealing with the issues. So the people outside might not really get to understand what you are going through. But that, of course, if you're not exposing the fact that you're suffering, that does not mean that people outside might not know. They might think that you're enjoying life, but deep down, you know and you understand what you are going through as an individual.
Okay, asante sana. Miguda, habari gani?
Niko salama. Unanisikia sasa?
Kinakaa uko na shida na kipasa sauti yako.
Microphone iko na problem ama iko sawa?
Labda inaweza kuwa ni mambo na internet, kwa sababu tukupati vizuri sana. Hata tukijaribu kuongea na wewe unapata kwamba labda utupati. Sasa inaweza kuwa ni kipasa sauti yenye unatumia. Labda kama ukirekebisha ama kama umeirekebisha, basi tutawasiliana vizuri.
Nadhani nimerekebisha, nadhani sasa niko fiti kabisa.
Okay, asante sana kwa hayo, kwa kazi nzuri ambayo pana. Tulikuwa tumeanza tu mazungumzo, lakini nilikuwa nimeuliza Makobura swali hapa, na msemo tu ya jioni ya leo Makobura ametoa ufafanuzi wake kulingana na venye yeye anaielewa. Labda we pia ni kusomee, labda unaweza tufafanulia, na hata na hata dada yetu na ndugu yetu pale kwa comment section, wale ambao wako katika comment section wanaweza tusaidia kujua kweli iko maana ni gani. Ni hichi hapa, kilio cha samaki akina machozi ya kwenda na maji.
Hiyo nayo ni ngumu, lakini kilio na samaki,
kilio cha samaki akina
machozi huenda na maji. Kwa tafsiri yangu ningependa tu kutumia tu mfano ya binadamu ili nijaribu kuambatana na hiyo swali lako, kwa sababu unapata kuna wakati unaweza kosewa kama binadamu ama unaweza kuathirika, lakini watu tunaamini ya kwamba hasa mwanaume ya kwamba mwanaume ni yule msee mwenye kama kuna kitu hafai kulia mpaka watu waone machozi yako. Unafaa kulia kama machozi yanarudi ndani. Sasa ni tu kama si kitu kizuri kama mwanaume anaonyesha watu machozi yake. Labda machozi, wewe unafaa uwe mtu ambaye una assume kitu ya kwamba watu wazima, nasema hivyo, usikukae kama yule mtoto mwenye analia vitu zawe. Kama ni kitu ambaye lazima ungetolea machozi lako, unafaa kutulia, lakini kutafuta jawabu.
Okay, asante sana. Na hayo kauli zote mbili ambao nyinyi mmetoa ni sahihi. Labda tuangalie mazingira ambao samaki yenyewe inaishi. Unapata kwamba samaki sana sana huwa inaishi katika mazingira, tuseme kwamba ambayo mazingira yake ni mazingira ya maji. Na unapata tukiongelea mambo ya machozi, mtu akitoa machozi machozi inakuwa inatoka kwa hakuna mtu ambaye anasema kwamba machozi yake ni machozi ya damu. Hapana, inakuwa machozi ya maji. Na pia samaki pia inaishi katika mazingira ya maji. So unapata kwamba samaki machozi ya samaki huwa inakwenda na maji. Inamaanisha kuwa hata kama we ni mvuvi, wakati ambapo unafanya uvuvi wako na kwenda kukamata yale samaki, unapata kwamba machozi yake huwezi tambua. Itakuwa ni vigumu sana kujua kwamba machozi ya samaki ipo ama ilikuwa imekwenda na maji kulingana na mazingira. Na hii na pia ukiangalia mazingira ya maji pia ni mazingira ambayo ni kama tu duniani, yeah? Ambapo kila mtu anapitia shida. So mimi kenye naweza sema kwamba kuna vitu ambazo labda sisi kama binadamu ambao sisi zinaendelea katika maisha zetu za kawaida tu, kwa sababu hatuwezi sema kwamba katika maisha hii tunayoishi kwamba kila mtu ako sawa 100%. Kuna jambo ambalo labda utakuwa unapitia yenye jirani wako labda apitii, lakini pia kuna wakati unapitia mambo kama hayo, kuna wale ambao wameamua kuziweka ndani yao, wataki kuzungumzia na watu, ama wataki kuweka ama in English we call to sharing it with somebody, you know, yeah. So unapata kwamba ukisema kwamba machozi yake inaenda na maji, inamaanisha hata katika mazingira, hata kama venye saizi tuko hapa tunaongea, wale ambao wako kwa comment section na wale sisi ambao tuko hapa, hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza jua kenye sisi wenyewe tunaendelea, kinaendelea katika maisha zetu. Zingine tumeamua kuziweka siri zetu tu ndani ya moyo wetu. Ndio maana nilikuwa nasema kwamba kilio cha samaki hakina machozi, ya kilio cha samaki hakina machozi, machozi yanaenda na maji, yani ina nini na maji. So hata ingawaje tunapigana katika maisha, unapata kwamba baadhi yetu kuna shida ambazo sisi tunapitia, hatuwezi ziweka wazi kwa marafiki zetu, kwa mafamilia zetu. So inabidi sisi tu wenyewe tumeishi tu hiyo maisha. So kauli zote ni sawa na inalingana tu na venye wewe mwenyewe unaitafsiri. So asanteni sana Makobura kwa tafsiri yenu, pia na Miguda. Leo tunataka kuangalia, tuko na mwezi mpya, we have new month and we are coming from month of July, and month of July was full of so many events. And maybe before we go to discuss about especially what is happening in DPK, whereby Natembeya, seemingly Natembeya, they want Natembeya out because these are things to do with the court case which is going on. There's leadership wrangle in DPK, and what does it one mean to the united opposition? Because this is the time, I think, like as the united opposition, you know, you should not have this kind of leadership wrangles, because that one will be a plus, especially for their competitors, and their competitors, we know it is the President William Samoei Ruto. When I think he sees things like leadership wrangle in some of these political parties, especially when you're looking at Western, that is a plus to the president. And he say, okay, let them do that, because that is weakening them for the competition. So maybe Makobura, to start with you, when you reflect back on the month of July, because today we have month of August, just reflect back. What can you pick from month of July for you, especially for month of July, that stood out for me, stood out for you?
I wouldn't really say I have a specific thing that really stood up for me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, as humans, we do learn every day.
Yeah.
Each and every new day, there are new things that we learn every day. Mm-hmm. And you know, inasemekana kwamba kila kila tunapoamka, masaa yanapoenda, you know, we also grow in so many ways, mentally, and all those things. And it is also being said that the best experience in life is you get to understand, or you get to have good experience, depending on the number of years or the number of days that you live in the world. The more you live, the more you get to learn and to see more. And I think there's also a Luo proverb that speaks about the same. So I can't say that I have a specific thing, but I can say that this month of July, it is a month that is significant in the Republic of Kenya, because it reminds us of the struggles and pursuit for justice that we started seeing in 19 in 90s. And again, it reminds me of the remembrance of those people who stood up and fought for what we call injustices, and courtesy of their fights, or courtesy of them standing up, today we are enjoying some of the rights that they fought for. And it's a kudos to them. Even though some of them died, I think we need to recognize them as heroes of the Republic of Kenya, because if it were not them, remember, we Kenyan economy and the issues to do with the leadership would not be leading in the Eastern Africa. Kenya is the giant in the Eastern African community, courtesy of the people who struggled, people who died, just to ensure that they had a good leadership, a leadership that would listen to the people. And so it is also a reminder at this particular time that July 25th. July is Sabasaba, and 24th, 25th. There are so many things again which have been happening starting from last year. And I would also urge that we have to continue remembering those people who died, because they died in pursuit for justice and good governance for the people of Kenya. So this is a special month. It's a month of patriots. It is a month of patriots. It's a month of I would call it justice. People fighting for justice. So we've learned so many things in this particular month that I can mention.
Okay, thank you so much. Miguda, how are you? And when you look at the month of July, because today we are in August, what specifically, what would you pick in the month of August? Month of July for you?
Okay, I'm good. And what stand out for me in the
Okay, I think there's a problem with the Miguda microphone. Miguda, can you get me? Okay, as we wait for Miguda to fix his microphone, especially when I want to talk of month of July, Makobura, month of July, first of all, there's as a channel, I picked up Gypsy Corner for the channel because he has supported us, not only being reminding us when we are late. He could come to studio before us. So that one I pick in the month of July again. The support that he has always given us. So to me, as a channel, it's something that to me for the month of July we've really picked, and we thank him for that. Another thing that I've picked in the month of July is when I look back at Sabasaba, especially what happened. And this one brings me to attention of a little young girl who was 12 years, who was shot dead with a stray bullet, and during the burial. And remember, we talked about of those young angels that they should get somebody to counsel them, talk to them, because you would see during the time when they were sending their last respect to their colleague or one of them, it was very emotional. You could see them. They were fighting those emotions. So that is something that I picked out. Another thing that I picked out some comments that were made by politicians, including the president, especially in the country, talking about shoot them in the leg. Kipchumba Murkomen too, talking about that, and the senator for Belgut, Honorable Koech. So those were some of the things that for the month of July that I picked, especially, and that's why, like when we were talking, I said I brought this this kilio cha samaki. When you look at what happened, especially with the people who lost their lives, the young men, especially like the little angel in Duberry, you know, their tears, I feel ilienda na maji. Hakuna mtu ambaye labda alipata kuona hiyo, sana sana wale ambao wamepatiwa jukumu la kuangalia mambo kama hayo, kwa sababu mpaka wa leo tujapata habari kamili kutoka kwa, tuseme kwamba from the police regarding that stray bullet, how did it happen, whether there's a compensation and all that, you know. So ndio maana nakwambia wengi ya Wakenya ni wako na kilio cha samaki yenye akina machozi, lakini machozi yao, hata kama wanalia, machozi yao huwa inakwenda na maji. Ni kwamba some of the things that they are going through are not being addressed. That's to sometimes they're just normal things, you know. So that is something that we I would say. Another thing also that we are having a news is that those who are joining universities or those who are in university, there's a reprieve because the government has come up with new fee. So itakuwa ni vizuri, utakuwa umepata nafuu kidogo. Sijui kama itakuwa na significance kubwa sana, hiyo itakuwepo. Sasa kuna juzi, remember the other day they were talking of teachers getting salary increment. Teacher Service Commission, TSC, implemented the 2025-2029 Collective Bargaining Agreement, CBA, signed in July 2025. The agreement, expected to take effect from July 1st, 2020, was to give teachers 29.9 pay rise. If you calculate that, it comes to something like around, they're getting increment of around 2,000, almost 2,000 shillings increment on the paycheck. So hiyo ni mzuri sana. Unapata kwamba hata hiyo 2,000 itakuwa imebadilisha maisha kidogo. And I don't know what is happening with Migoda, so he has a problem with the I don't know whether the net or what. So thank you so much, everyone, and let's go to the main discussion of today. There's a wrangles, leadership wrangles, especially in the Eugene Wamalwa party, where there are people who wants to take Natembeya out as a deputy party leader. And Makubura, if you look at what usually happens in the political parties, then this is something that we've talked about. And now look at the Western. And this is coming at a time where they are preparing for nomination. I mean, for the mini poll, especially in Western Kenya. What do you think about this? Do you think like this, some hands behind it to destabilize the party, or to destabilize the influence of the party in Western Kenya?
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. Allow me to say this: whatever is happening in Western, specifically in the party of DAP. Remember, DAP was a party that was formed towards some few months to 2022 general election, and it was formed with a close ally then, the former former cabinet secretary Eugene Wamalwa, and out of that they came up with it, and they went mostly to quite a number of places in the Republic, and DAP was partly accepted in the Western Kenya, where they had quite a number of people who were elected in that particular party. Of course, the governor Natembeya is among the people who were elected under that particular party, and together with some members of parliament. And what I can say is that, Western Kenya has been dominated by ODM party, It has been dominated by Ford Kenya, ANC, which was swallowed by UDA. And of course, when the ANC left, currently the biggest party is in Western, that is more associated with the Westerners, is the Ford Kenya and the DAP. But we've always seen two leaders, that is Eugene Wamalwa, who is currently the party leader of that particular party. And we've also seen the governor of Governor Natembeya, who is the governor of Trans Nzoia. Governor Natembeya for some time did come out, and of course he interacted with the people. And out of that, he was seen as a potential leader in the Western region. So that is what really gave him a mileage in the Western region. And remember his tough stance that he's always had against the government. That also counts on his side. And for that reason, on his way, while he was moving around the Western Kenya, he was received with a massive follower. And I think out of that, he thought that maybe he should then be given the position to be the party leader, because he believes that he has moved around the Western Kenya and he was accepted, and he has what it takes to ensure that the DAP becomes a party that is accepted in many parts of the Republic of Kenya. On the other hand, we are also having Eugene Wamalwa, who is the former cabinet secretary, who is also a top politician trying to fight for presidency, and they're among the senior leaders who are in the opposition side. So what is currently happening is that, remember, there has been some Kenyans coming out demanding for George Natembeya to go for either deputy position, and some of them have been calling him out as a potential deputy president candidate. And I think that is coming out to give him some power, and he thinks that for him to be given that opportunity, he needs to be at the top seat of he needs to be having or he needs to be in the top seat of the DAP, that is the party leader, for him to get the opportunity to negotiate. So I think that is why he's coming out to fight for that particular position. But again, we are seeing Eugene Wamalwa is being protected by a gentleman called Peter Salasia, who is also a member of parliament, coming out to say that Eugene Wamalwa is the right person for that position of for the leadership of the party, and he has what it takes. And Salazar has been coming out to criticize John Natembeya, and sometimes he uses some words which are not really which are, in my view, I would say divisive. But what I can say, you remember, the opposition leaders, if they really want to get to the presidential, if they really want to stick together and come together, for example, if they are going for the presidency, then one thing, they need to unite. It is a unity that can, it's only unity that can give them the chance to fight for that particular position. But if they've started having in fights within their political parties, it could be a sign that they are not ready, because if they are still having their own problems and they can't sort it out, that simply tells you that they are not yet ready to come out and unite and fight for whatever they are planning to fight for, because we hear them calling themselves the opposition. Being in opposition needs what we call unity, and it is a unity that would then give them the chance and the power to get out and fight for whatever they are looking for. But again, there's a possibility. Remember, there's also a possibility of people within government, or people who are not really people who are not supporting the fact that they want to get out the president. They can also be used, or they can also have a hand in making the confusion within these particular parties. Remember Peter Salasius, sometimes he's been mentioned as a project of the president. And if you follow the comments that he's been having, it is one that is not uniting within that particular party. Yeah, so I think that's my take on that. You are muted.
There are few information that I'm gathering right now, and this is from Natembeya. I was just checking at his official X profile. This is what he says. I quote: "My brother Salasia, both you and my brother George Natembeya do not have to leave or cause coup in our party at DAPK Kenya. In order to become party leaders or presidential candidates, you are welcome to face me for the presidential ticket in free and fair nomination, as ours is truly a democratic party that can allow us all to realize our political aspirations through internal democracy without wrecking our party or washing our dirty linen in public." So that is from Eugene Wamalwa. So from the what I've read, and this is something that has always stood out, especially when it comes to these political parties. And this is something that always we've said, that when it comes to a political party, the person who is in charge of those political parties, they usually have like this direct ticket. Yeah, once you form those political parties, you feel that you are the owner, and the decision of the party lies with you. And I think like you have that platform whereby you are presidential candidate automatically without even delegates deciding on what to do, because this is what he says, and based on that, then from that, then we have also this is something that I saw, yeah, this is what petition by NEC member Bernard Wakamala, DAPK member number DAPK 30504, for expulsion of the deputy party and the governor of Trans Nzoia on George Natembeya for funding the registration and promotion of another political party known as Conservation for Democracy in Kenya, that is CODK, through proxies. So this is what is happening. They believe that Natembeya is funding the registration of this. So I'm not see this is so much faint, but it says that we for the above petitioner on whose instruction we address you as follows. This is now an advocate addressing the, I think this is addressing the Natembeya JWK Frank advocates, So it tells you of the political parties. And remember, before this week, when the CS for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, visited Trans Nzoia, and he paid a courtesy call to Natembeya in his office in Trans Nzoia. Later, the news came out maybe that he went to talk to Natembeya so that Natembeya could join the party of the president. Those are just rumors. But in politics, people always talk of issues like that. So when you look at what is happening, especially with the leadership wrangles, especially in the Eugene Wamalwa's party, and from the accusation, from the petition that they have brought in, that Natembeya is funding or facilitating a registration of another political parties. What does it tell you again about these political parties? Because like maybe if you're owner of the party, seems that you have a larger say, and how is this one going to play out, especially in Western Kenya? If indeed they've been saying that we want to be united, and now they are fighting amongst themselves because of political parties, who wants to be a leader, who, you know.
Okay. I wanted to say that this is not strange. Remember what happened to Ford Kenya? Ford Kenya. And not forgetting, remember some people who are currently in, and I've just seen something here. You remember a good friend, Bunge la Wananchi, Mr. Simiyu. Mr. Simiyu also seems to be in this particular party, because I was seeing him on the same, and I saw him with Governor Natembeya when Natembeya was issuing the statement. He was just beside the governor. Maybe we should call him so that he give us an highlight of what is really happening in their party.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that the wrangles that we are seeing in the political parties, it's not something strange. This is something that we've always seen in any party. If we give an example of ODM, remember when ODM started, and remember the accusation that Kalonzo Musyoka and what was the current senator of Makueni, Dan Manzo, that walibeba vitu za party na wakakimbia nazo. And then out of that, remember it was ODM Kenya, and then it was changed, and then, that is ODM come to Jubilee, the problems that the former president and the deputy had that led to the formation of UDA. It is not strange. Let's come to the coalitions that we've always had, the consistent coalitions that we've always had. They, this we've never seen them last, and the reason being is that the people who are involved in forming these political parties, most of these political parties are individuals owned. And so when people within these political parties come with different views that are not welcomed by the owners, automatically you'll find the differences that sometimes they become unreconcilable, like they become the people become unable to solve. And that is why, for example, of the latest, remember what happened to Ford Kenya? Among the people who left Ford Kenya, they're the ones who joined the DAPK, majority of them, and they are in top leadership of the party.
Okay.
And so with the accusation that Natembeya is also forming a party, it is not something strange. It is something that we've always heard of. It could be a reality. Remember, in Kenya, if you are going for some serious political seat, then the politicians are always free, and they think that with them going with their own political party, it would be easy for them to do what we call negotiation. And that is why we've always seen quite a number of political parties, especially governors, when they are getting their when they are going for the position of governor for the first time, they always use the political party that is available. But when they are going for their second term, majority of them, we've always seen them come with their own political parties. You remember in Migori what happened with the Governor Obado? He went with ODM, and then second term he was coming with this party. Remember what happened in Machakos? The Mutua went with the Wiper, and then when he was coming up for the second time, he came with this party. So this is a political move that has been in operation in the Republic of Kenya, and it is not strange. And one thing I want to say is that Governor Natembeya is forming his political party, and that is why he's also very not really touched or not really scared of the comments that are coming from the other side.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Miguda, how are you doing, sir? Hello, Miguda. Miguda. Okay, thank you so much. And if you look, hello, Miguda, how are you doing?
If I'm good. Just I'm okay. Maybe you can ask me the question.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I hope it's working. Let me take this opportunity to thank Wakiaga Capleton for watching us on the Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us. We are seeing leadership wrangle at DAPK, the DAPK, and this is a party that is associated with Eugene Wamalwa. And from what we've seen, especially, Natembeya is accused of facilitating registration of Conservation of Democracy Party. That is the name. And like even if you look at, I'm now getting another thing. If you look at there's also a provision for notice for provision registration. They've been given the notice for provision for registration, and the main issue is that like he's assisting with the facilitation of this particular registering of this party, and that's why they feel that they need to take him out as the deputy party leader. And this is coming at a time when the opposition or united opposition are trying to unite in their bid to remove President William Ruto from power. And if they cannot manage their wrangles or leadership wrangles within their political parties, Mr. Miguda, how do you see them, especially when it comes to the united opposition, going to settle on who to vie or going to settle on the on positions?
You talked about the CDP. The party logo is CDP. The one for Natembeya.
Yeah, the one that is facilitating it should be yeah.
Or CDP.
Is, yeah.
So I think that is still I think politics is not predictable, whereby you can predict that the outcome shall be this way or form shall be this way. It all occur with the dynamics, and every time people embrace new dynamics. That's why, and everybody no, there's no saint in politics. Anyone can be compromised. Anyone can be bought to a certain extent. Yeah. So I believe Natembeya is a politician. Remember him when he was contesting with the Wamalwa, he had to leave Kenya to go to DAP because Wamalwa was going to give the direct ticket for the Ford. So just like any other person, he's also just like any politician. He can move. So I think it's just a matter of people trying to have their bargaining power, whereby you can be called individual, you can be looked for. Because there was initial report that they was telling Eugene to step aside for Natembeya as a party leader. But now, maybe he wants even to have his political party, because to him, he view that he's a popular person compared to Eugene, then how comes Eugene is the party leader? So maybe we just want his own political party. Everybody wants power. So for you to get power and also to come to negotiation, you must have a political party. And I've learned from Wetangula that Ford Kenya has made him to survive for the longest time in the Kenyan politics. So I think that is their nature, and likely it is not news if you will find that CDP belongs to John Natembeya. Maybe you want to use CDP to defend the gubernatorial seat for the Trans Nzoia.
Okay, thank you so much. And now, when you look at it, like, and say that every time, because like we've seen Natembeya rising as somebody who has been speaking the challenges, especially that is being faced by Luya members, the Luya community or Mulembe Nation. He spoke about being on the table. He spoke about especially like those who have been advocating for Luya, or the leaders who have been there in the Luya Nation, especially the kingpins of Luya, that include Honorable Masika Wetangula and Honorable Mudavadi. They said that he has not always fight for the benefits of the Western Kenya population. They've always gone for their self-interest and self-benefit. But now, how do you put it now that how are you going to fight for the benefit of the Luya people if each and every one of you who tends to be popular or each and every who tends to be having attraction is going to have his own political party? Yeah. How are they going? How even they're going to push for that? And this culture, especially this culture in our country, whereby like political parties are easily formed, just provided like somebody like me, I can become popular today. Then I decide, okay, I'm going to have my political party just because I'm popular, so that I can negotiate because I know I'm um, looking for maybe the higher bidding, or if not, but like when we go to the table, I might be given something. Have we not learned, or we are not learning, from past that uh, these political parties, the way they're being formed, the way they're being run, and all that, even the people themselves.
What I'm saying is that you might find out that sometimes not that the people are trying to bring division when they are forming political party. It might be as a result whereby some people who are given an opportunity to serve at the first time, they have taken long. They have been there for long, and they have never even brought victory home. People like Mutapa, which you have cited, have been there for quite long. And also there's this emergence of new people, new generation. So how do you fit? Because they have also not make a decision to retire in politics. They are still there, and also they are threatening to contest. Somebody has been there for a long time, and he has not allowed you to have a space for your own political game. And maybe whenever you want to rise, you are just being put that you just go for senator, MCA, just mark time governor, but they don't want to come to the table, maybe national table. So you find out that these young people, they tend to view it that, okay, these people are there for long, that they're serving the community interest, but this community interest is not forthcoming. So should I follow them, or I also start my own way for the community? So I think the fatigueness in politics, whereby some people are there for too long, so it can make other people not to follow them or not to be united, because that unity has never brought anything of purpose. So what do? Maybe you can have a new path for a conversation. That could be what might be driving these people.
Okay, thank you so much. So when Makubura, when you look at the especially the nomination or the mini poll that is going to happen, especially in Malaba, where actually I think first of all the Panyako was fronted by the DPK. He was supposed to be the candidate for DPK. He was there, but I saw another video that maybe he has changed the tune. I don't think he will be running by with the DPK party. I think he will be trying. I don't know. But now, when you look at it, especially like right now, talk about the Western Kenya, because Western Kenya has numerical power, especially when it come to the election. They have numerical power in terms of votes. Yeah, they are the second or they are the first if you look at the votes that they have. But this unity, this unity that they say that we need to unite as a Mulembe nation. So if we unite, we will have higher bargaining. Remember. And remember how some leaders, especially, have always said that because like they usually vote for Baba has always used their votes, especially, or their numerical power to engage with the government, and to have a say in parliament. Are they seeing this, or is just going to be as usual?
Where there's division, you'll always see, you'll never see what we call prosperity. But again, the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya is very broad, and it gives any individual, any Kenyan citizen, the opportunity to form a political party, so long as the political party is going to be anchored on what the Constitution speaks about. And That is why we've always seen quite a number of political parties being registered. But me, I want to say that with these all many political parties which are coming, I don't think the more the political parties, the more the level of greed is coming into the republic, because majority of people who are coming up with these many political parties, their main aim is because they've known that having a political party is like having a company. They want to use these political parties, to gain whatever they want for personal gratifications, for personal benefits. I can give you a clear example. You remember the party, for example, of the former governor of Machakos. You remember the party of the former governor, Mr. Kingi? They used their political parties to bargain for their individual, positions. And after they got there, they even forgot about the people who were elected or people who are supporting those political parties. We've always seen the people of PA coming out to criticize the move that was taken by the party leader, and he forgot even the people who supported him. Not once. We've seen the same even in the party that was formed by former governor Mutua. And so these are clear indications that political parties that are currently formed in the Republic of Kenya, they are formed with individuals who are using these political parties for their own personal gain, and they are using these political parties to bargain for their own individual positions. They don't care about what is happening to the people of Kenya. Just to give my final remarks on what is happening in Western, and just like you did mention, Seth Panyako is one of the contestants in Malava. I remember seeing him, and he was associating himself with the DAP. I've not seen any other news like the one that you are talking about, so I'll not really comment unless I have a clear understanding of what was happening there. But one thing that I wanted to say is that political parties, they need to come, they need to be they need to be political parties which are representing the views of the people. If a political party is not representing the views of the people, then as a country we have a problem. And what we need to do is to do what we call an analysis of the kind of political parties that we have in Kenya. Majority of the political parties we have in Kenya today do not represent or do not even fight for what really belongs to the people. We've always seen consistency of even members who are elected within these political parties neglecting the people who have elected them. If a member of parliament, for example, neglects its constituents, it is the political party that is supposed to come up with ways of trying to ensure that this particular member serves his constituents with dignity. For example, what is happening in Nairobi, we are seeing a member of parliament, women rep of Nairobi, starting to ignore the Nairobians. And most of what she's coming up with are things which are in support of government and actually going against the rights of the people. The kind of laws that she's trying to bring forth are not really laws which are favoring the rights of the people of Kenya. And what we are asking is, well, she has forgotten. It is now the role of ODM party to bring her to order, but we are not seeing that. And so we have a problem with our political parties.
Now, Makobura, when you talk about the proposal that was being made by women rep for Nairobi, especially to come, that was going to affect Article 37 of our constitution, I think MP Jared Okello, Sifuna, and the majority of ODM members actually called her out.
But have you seen a statement coming? Remember what happened? The first statement that came from the ODM, they said that they are distancing themselves from the first remarks that were made by this particular member. And after that, the member continued coming up with some other laws which were actually more grievous than the ones that she was bringing forth. We've not seen any statement coming from the ODM party criticizing the latest moves.
you see, like what usually happens in a political party, because I can remember she said that this is his own. It was his own move, you know. But like from the look of things, I don't think it got a blessing, especially from ODM members or the ODM as a political party, because if it could have, it could have sailed through, especially in parliament. And they've called out, because like, remember, if you're very keen, especially when you come to the political parties and the Article 37, going to the street to demonstrate, actually that is one of the ways like ODM was formed, because fighting for the rights of the people through demonstration. So I think there I would kind of like niwatete kidogo. I think they were not in support of that bill that was being proposed by the Nairobi women rep.
Okay, but I still maintain that we have a problem with the political parties. They have not really represented the views of the people. Political parties have been used by the leaders to pursue their own interest, but not really the interest of the people of Kenya. And that is why the people of Kenya are still having issues with the many decisions that have been made by the top political party leaders. And that is why you are seeing what we call resistance, even from the youths, coming out to criticize certain political parties. And they're saying that at a point when the people really needed these political parties to come out and stand with the lives and the rights of the people, some of the political parties or the party leaders simply forgotten their responsibilities. And it is a reflection of the bad governance that we have, and it is also a reflection of the bad leadership we are having in the political parties.
Okay, thank you so much, Makobura, for that. And Ayaga is on the comment section, and this is what he's saying. Natembeya isn't one to overthrow Wamalwa. That PK is being used by state to destabilize Natembeya in DPK. And that's why sometimes like Ayaga, I'm not very sure of that. Let me see what Ayaga is saying. Number, who is funding first-term MP without even a house in rural home to move around? Yeah, those are some of the questions that people. Sifuna disown Pasaris. Okay, so this is one thing that I usually even say, that even it's not only the political parties, even the people who join these political parties. I think like at some point we have to also give credit to the owners of these political parties, and the people who might be joining this political party might also could be the problem, because they want platform where they want to get into the leadership, that immediately after getting into the leadership they start to go against the party will. Miguda,
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. When you see especially what Ayaga is alluding to, whereby a member is destabilizing a party just maybe to bring one of their own down, is that one really going to give us good development in terms of even getting good leaders who should be geared towards delivering the services for the people? But instead, they're looking on how they can bring somebody down. Not only that specific, but it's something that we've seen on the political landscape. Just, I want you to generalize without being specific on a person, but to generalize what we've been seeing about the party betrayals and what usually goes around in the political arena.
To generalize, you understand that it is a complicated society whereby there are some people who actually, the way I said, can be used to destabilize you, or they can be used to ensure that they counter you, or to ensure that you don't grow in terms of leadership, or you don't deliver to the people. But what I can say is that It is not that is not just a passing fly, because if you are focused and you are destined to know what you want, I think you can achieve by the people. That's why if you see people like Natembeya intending to form their own political party, it is because they have seen such characters, and you don't need to stick somewhere and you are not comfortable. So it is always good to look for another path, because there are many paths that can lead you to your destiny. You don't need to use one. If that the path you want to use has been blocked by your opponents, and you also have to chat with. That's why the young people, even the Saboti rally, those all of them, not that they are united. There are some people out there who are mole, whereby they are representing some politicians so that they can understand what is it that these young people want to know. So it's always to be careful as a politician, because you can never know someone's intent until maybe you are down. So to me, I believe that such things cannot be omitted in politics. And even a leader, I know that a leader who is chosen by God also knows very well, and also knows how to counter such people who might be having some ill intention to make it right, because it is obvious. People, not a matter of loving, it's not a matter of love here. It's a matter of leadership. People might not agree with your leadership structure. People might not agree. People might critique it. It depends on how you feel at it. And so it doesn't matter. So it's up to you also to come out and provide that leadership in a manner that you persuade your opponent that even though there are areas whereby I'm not good, I think I have some strength also. So you should measure your strength and also focus. Like the alternative way. If I'm being uh, threatened into the DAP, what do? We are multi-party democracy. Let me form my own political party so I can be the boss in my party. Wherever anybody want to come and threaten me, we can kick you out. So I think that is a nice move if that is the case, because there is that happen where you buy the multi-party democracy has offered us an opportunity whereby if you feel that this party or you are dissatisfied with the party position, you can as well form your own political party, or you can as well go and join another political party. So I think those are the other ways. That's why I told you that even if you don't find this way, you must look for another way, and maybe one day you can emerge. But the reality is that we can't have the same leaders all the time. There must be a time for change, and change is inevitable. So when those right time comes, I think these rightful leaders will just emerge automatically, naturally, without anyone interfering with them.
Okay, Migudo, somewhere that I usually have a point of departure with you, especially on why you say that we might have a right of change and all that. I agree with you, but my point of departure is this: that we've always seen a situation whereby we say that it is time for change, and we believe for us to have change, we have to change the political party. And this one is being informed by especially those who own the political party, whereby they have their preferable candidates, or they feel like they want to control on who to be who in these political parties, and where then they give those certificates. And that is the reason why maybe we have a situation whereby if you see the red flag in one particular party, whereby you feel like, okay, I might not be given certificate, or I might be frustrated towards going to a general election. So I form my political party so that I could have that free will of doing whatever I want. But remember, after supporting that political party, you face the same challenge with the people that you are having. Yeah. Then we say, okay, we need to have a change. And we do the change, the political parties, but the challenges, especially when it comes to the leadership and with position and negotiation, is still carried the same system, on these political parties. Then when are we going to have that change? Will that change by having new political parties, or that change will come if the leadership that are put in those political parties know exactly what they want and give opportunity to those who are duly or those who should be there.
I understand your point, and that's how it should be. But also, there are some underlying issues. You can be in a political party, and maybe you are dissatisfied with the decision of the political party. For instance, you can be ambitious in a political party, but the political party does not give you that avenue to contest for your seat. For instance, William Ruto was ambitious to be Kenya's president. When they were in Pentagon, there was no room for him to be even a running mate because Musala was already the running mate. So for him, he had to opt out and form URP to go and support another person for him to be the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. So sometimes it's a matter of ambitions, dissatisfaction that can make you to change your mind. The fact that we are in the same team doesn't mean that we have a good intention for the country. But amongst us, there must be, because you can't control each and everyone's mind, that you just stick to MCA, you just stick to senator, you just stick to governor. At times people can say, okay, like me now, I want to go and become even a governor. So maybe your preference is not those people. And when your preference is not those people, maybe you can decide, okay, like what happened in Nairobi. The guy, the Wetangula bro, want to be governor because now the environment in Nairobi is not convenient for him. He has decided to go to Bungoma to cause tension politically because he wants to be governor. Sometimes it's a matter of individuals' ambition. Sometimes also there's dissatisfaction in the political party. And even these are political parties, they are dictators in within. And also people who are retaining the status quo. So you might get problems with those people. And even if you have, like your point, it's a good point anyway, because you said, like the Pentagon, they had an intention that, okay, we will rule this country for the next maybe 40 years. I do my 10, you do your 10, we do our 10. And they were pro-change in the program. So if we could stick with that change up to now, and remember, the first Pentagon to be president is William Ruto. So it has taken them like 15 years for them to get that seat. So it's like you are going to block other people's ambitions, other people's desire, because generally we might find ourselves in a political party, but you don't know why you came to politics. I don't know why you came to politics. I don't know how much you prepared to lead in this country. So to me, even maybe I might have some of my blueprints which are not unlike yours. So when you are given opportunity, like right now, William Ruto is trying to do his own things like affordable housing, the SHA, and previously we had things like NIF. So to me, even if we must have that conversation of transformation in a particular time, and it keep on being repeated day by day, it's a matter of, I think, it's the dynamics nature and also the system of the politics. So that one, that's why I was saying sometimes there are some underlying reasons that can make people to have such decisions.
Okay, thank you so much, Makobura and Miguda. Makobura, I now will be leaving brief because I will be coming with a show tomorrow very early in the morning. We will be having a show with the Mzalendo. But before we leave, let me engage Miguda. Miguda, today we saw the Wiper Party has really now changed their name because like they applied for change of name. It went through process legally, and now we have Wiper Patriotic Front lead. Wiper Patriotic Front from Wiper Democratic Party, and we are seeing this branding. And when you see the branding, and we are still talking about the political party, the branding is done, but the leadership and everything remains the same. Are you going to see any miraculous or something new that is going to come from Wiper Patriotic Front, apart from what we always expect from Wiper Democratic Party? Because now the democratic has been substituted with the patriotic. So what is going to change? What will we expect from the Wiper Patriotic Front? Because it seems like now this is a new party that has come with the same people who are in the Wiper Democratic Movement, the same, everything is the same. And that's also what happened with the Nakenya of Martha Karua, because she also rebranded her party, you know, and changed the colors. Luckily enough, Wiper has maintained the colors, just only the patriotic and front. That is something that has really changed. Look, going forward, what do we expect, especially in the name that we are having right now of Wiper Patriotic Front? They still maintain Kalonzo Musyoka, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, at their party leader.
I think it is being informed by the history of the country politically, because you have understand that the people have been camouflaged each and every time. Even remember the ODM, which has been the longest serving political party in the country. In 2007, it was ODM. But when it came to 2013, they came with the coalition known as CORD. But 2017, it was a coalition on NASA. 2022, coalition on an Azimio. So to me, these are a way of rebranding towards each and every elections. And because Wiper now want to be a significant player in the forthcoming election, he had no option but to also change the name. Even the DCP, look at the members of the DCP. These are the people from UDA. So we can say DCP is UDA B or UDA 2, and the UDA government is UDA 1 or UDA. So these things, it's just a matter of rebranding, because you can't rebrand the person. So by rebranding the party, you look like a fresh candidate, but the same people, same leaders, same characters, nyani ni wale wale, and also the structures of those political parties are the same. They haven't changed the way they do their nominations. They haven't changed the way they punish people based on disciplinary things, because you find out that even the current naming, they will still do the same things the old party are doing. For instance, they will issue certificates to people who are the highest bidder. They will have no primaries. They will have issues here and there. So to me, it's just something that it's an historical thing, and it has succeeded. Because even remember when Kibaki was doing his second term, he abandoned NAC and came with PNU. Or came with TNA, then Jubilee later. William had no option to come with UDA. So these things have been like a way of rebranding yourself. So that's why I foresee whereby Kalonzo is going to be a key player. And for him to be a key player, he must rebrand. It doesn't need to be, because Wiper maybe has got some issues historically. Now you need to tell people, no, this is now the new one. We have a new jersey. But it is even obvious for some of us who are fans of the English Premier League, each and every season, you find out that each and every team, they usually have new jersey. Like what we played with previously is not what we will play with currently or next season. So each and every time people do change their jersey. So based on the issue of even other than jersey, people do buy players. There are people who are going for transfer, they are going for loans. So you understand. So that issue of people try to camouflage, to confuse their opponents, it is, I think, other than the historical perspective of it, it is also a realistic way of doing politics, because you too much. If you appear too much like you are seen with the same jersey, people will get used to you. Sometimes you need even to don a different jersey, and even you can scare your opponent. You might want to know what is it in patriotic, which was not really democratic, because previously it used to be democratic, but today it is patriotic. So they are pro Kenya. So I think this is just the norm of the society, whereby if you want to go for an event, or if you want to go for a contest, like a competition, you need to rebrand. If you cannot rebrand as a person, you need to rebrand even your jersey, your party. You need to rebrand your manifesto. So they should rebrand the manifesto. The people should be rebranded, or you can get new people. But I think the same people. But the difference with the football is now that football is the same club, but now different people, different coach on different genders. So I think that's how they have managed to do their politics.
Okay, thank you. Allow me to acknowledge Falin Anyango at the comment section, Eric Ayaga at the comment section, and of course our good friend Gypsy Corner, Capliton Wakiaga is watching from Facebook, Brenda Obedi, and everyone who is watching us. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all. This is Brother Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. On the same matter, the reason why Wiper Party is changing its name, I think you've clarified that, but again, I think they're doing this because they want to align with the political consciousness in the Republic, particularly among the youths. Remember, Kalonzo has been coming out to be speaking in a way that he wants to, of course, associate himself and to welcome the Gen Z, so the young people in his party, and choosing the name Party Front. I think it's a way of, trying to make the people forget about the all those things they know about the Wiper Democratic Movement, and to bring a new name which can attract. It is normal. We've seen political parties rebrand. We've seen political parties change even their logos, and it's a way of just becoming relevant in the field. But if you listened to what the party leader said, he did say that they are targeting the youths. I think that is my take on that. Miguda, what is your take on the comments of the senator of Oma Bay on his stance against Edwin Sifuna, who is the Secretary General of ODM? Senator Kanjwang is saying that he agrees with Sifuna in three things. One, that ODM is a party, and they should have their own presidential candidate. That, according to him, is Raila Amolo Odinga. Number two, he believes that he agrees with Sifuna that ODM as a party, they need to stand alone and fight for their space as a political party. He's also saying that ODM should not, he was saying that ODM should stand with what they believe in, and that ODM should be consistent. If I'm not wrong, let me just so he was saying that ODM must remain a distinct political outfit, and that they can't make the mistake that Ruto made when URP was swallowed by Jubilee. So he's saying that he do not want ODM to be swallowed by UDA in any matter. And one thing that he does not agree with is, I just saw it somewhere here. He's saying that he does not support Sifuna on his stance against the broad-based government. What is your take on that? And maybe after that, you can give us your take on that first.
The issue of ODM should fill a presidential candidate, I think it has received a mixed reaction from the supporters of ODM. Those people believe that they need to do their sixth term, and for that matter, the flag bearer should be Raila Amolo Odinga. Some people believe so. There are those people still have hope, and they believe that this was the right time for him to contest, because already the incumbent has been weakened by the political discourse. So they thought that it was a good time for him to run. But also there's another wing who are saying they have contested for 5 times. They have never been declared. So how sure are you that this time they are going to be declared? So it has got a mixed reaction. And also the candidate himself, sometimes maybe is no longer interested to run, because that is now his decision to make. So the issue of them fronting a flag bearer, I think it has been received by mixed reaction from both the supporters and the party leader. The issue of ODM being swallowed. ODM being swallowed, and they are trying so that it cannot be swallowed. I think they have tried to play along with the UDA. They are trying to protect it not to be swallowed like other political party. But remember, the people who are defending ODM not to be swallowed are beneficiaries of the party, because they know very well that provided they are sycophant and loyalist, they are good to go with the party. The party is predominant, and whenever I can be a president worship, I have no problem. That's why they are defending the party not to be swallowed. But you understand that that is a freedom of expression, and other people also just want, but also it's a party of the republic, so there's no problem with it being in the republic. Lastly, I think the issue of them not changing is the issue of values and principles. Values and principles of the party, the way they've been claiming that they are pro-democratic party, they advocate for social justice, they advocate for the human rights, but they are right in the middle of all atrocities currently being executed by the current regime. Not that they are the people who are executing it. There are people who are executing it, but they are part of it. And in the parting shot, he said that they are opposed to the SG position on the broad-based government. I agree with him. The very way he has disagreed with the position of Sifuna in the broad-based government, and respect his decision. That is the very way he also should respect Sifuna's decision. Not everybody can agree on the position of the broad-based government. Some people will agree, some people will disagree. So the way we salute his decision is the very way you should salute Sifuna. Let him not disagree with Sifuna. Let him allow Sifuna also to express his views that to him is not boarding broad-based government, because for him is boarding. So we have two people. You can't force someone to board the way you are board yourself. No one has forced you to board. You just board and go. For me, who don't want to board, allow me to be here. I'm not afraid with you. You go. Me, I'm remaining. So this is where we don't understand each other, because we are saying not that we have any problem. When you believe and you know that it is good for you, go and do it. I have no problem with you. Like what we are saying, like what Pogisio was saying. If someone is saying one term, then someone want to arrest you. But when someone is saying 2 term, then no one is arresting you. But why is it that 1 term is more realistic than 2 term? So I think 1 term and 2 term is just the same thing. So why do you get angry when someone say 1 term, but when someone say 2 term, you're just laughing? So me have not, the 1 term people have not afraid with the 2 term people. You just say you are 2 term, and also the 1 term to say that 1 term. That's how that senator, let him support broad-based government fully. We wish him all the best. There's no problem. And also let him also allow the people who don't believe in the BBG to have their views. That's what you're saying. That's a discussion here. Not that we're not interested in anything here. We're just saying, okay, give me liberty. They have given you liberty. Do your politics your way, I do my politics my way. I remain a critic, you remain law enforcement. I think I'm clear.
Okay, thank you. Maybe you can give us your final remarks, maybe.
Okay. I just want to wish our viewers happy new month, and appreciate them for coming to the show. Appreciate you and Probenson, and I believe that all will be good. See you next time. Bye bye, everybody.
Okay, thank you. Allow me to also take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us this evening, and to remind you that this is Brother Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. If you're watching us for the first time, kindly just like and subscribe to the channel. It is a way of supporting us, na sisi hapa tutasema ni asante. Allow me to say a big thank you to Falane at the comment section. Thank you so much for finding time to join us. Allow me to say a big thank you again to Eric for also finding time to join us. Thank you so much, Eric, and for giving us your comment. Capleton Wakiaga, thank you so much. And our good friend Gypsy Corner, thank you so much for finding time to be with us. And I now want to take this opportunity to wish you all a blessed night, a blessed morning, afternoon, evening, from wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. See you